Hi there, my name is Andrew, and I am a developer currently developing a 2D top-down shooter game about a tadpole cleaning rivers and fighting pollution. Alongside me, I work closely with one of my best friends, Giacomo, who is an amazing animator and artist. All the amazing art assets are made by him, and we recently found some amazing musicians to help us out with the music and the sound effects. So on Monday, Giacomo sent me an improved version of the otter death animation. This is how it looks. I have also polished the player movement on PC because I felt like it was a bit too slippery. I wanted the movement to be more snappy instead of feeling like they're on ice, that way helping the player to get a better control. To achieve this, I used getAxis.raw instead of getAxis, as well as I'm using rigidbody2d.movePosition. This way I achieved a very snappy movement effect, and yeah, that's all I did on Monday. On Tuesday, I started doing some research and I started learning what events are and how to use them. I've been having trouble, and I still have trouble understanding them properly, and I've realized that I shouldn't implement them in the game that I'm currently working on, but will probably start using them on the next game. Here are some of the YouTubers and online sources I found, and they really helped me out. And if you're interested in using events, I strongly suggest you to check these YouTubers out. And that's pretty much all I did on Tuesday. On Wednesday, one of the members on Discord shared a very cool video about quaternions. I know, quaternions is so confusing, I still don't understand it. But watching that video was really helpful to me, and I got to understand just a slight bit of how quaternion works. But I'm still very confused, so don't worry if you are as well. Next up, the thing that I wanted to implement is the frog bullets. I wanted the player frog bullets to be able to hit multiple enemies and then destroy. The way in achieving this was to implement an integer variable that counts in a decrementing order every time it hits an enemy or it touches an enemy. And if it would reach the counter, then it would self-destruct, or in object pooling terms, disable.
Andrew, what is that?
Well, object pooling is a design pattern that uses a set of initialized objects kept ready to use, hence in a pool. Rather than allocating and destroying them on demand, this is especially useful for a rapid fire-like situation, hence our tadpole shooting.
But Andrew, your terms are so complicated and I have a small brain. Please explain better.
Well, in epic gamer terms, object pooling is like, instead of spawning and destroying objects, you are actually just silencing it and then activate it when you need it. And that's pretty much all I did on Wednesday. On Thursday, I decided to review all of my code because there are so many bugs, and of course, just like a very logical and normal person, I decided to start over. Well, start over. I'm not sure if this is the way to do it, but But in doing this, I actually managed to find some bugs and some repeated code that I can improve on. So it actually was very helpful, but it was a lot of work. By doing this, I also wanted to implement the pooling system. And I asked myself, Andrew, why don't you object pool everything? And firstly, I thought, well, that's very stupid. But then I dislike that some objects are killed and then others are object pulled, and I just have to keep track of what objects is object pulled and what object is destroyed. So I just decided to object pull everything, and yeah, a lot of regrets. So firstly, what I did was that I worked on the player and split the scripts in two, one for mobile and one for PC. Before that, I had a mixture of both, and it was quite confusing. But I realized that since player doesn't need to convert between mobile and keyboard, so I should just probably dedicate one script for mobile and one script for PC. I did this whole process from morning till night, and I didn't even manage to finish the whole thing in a day, so tomorrow I'll probably do the same thing. On Friday, I finished object pooling script, and it was very hard, but I managed to implement everything. I think there's a better way to do it with lists and stuff, but because my programming language isn't that advanced, I'm only going to do what I know and play the safe game for now. At the moment, I don't think there is time to change the system or the core because we're already pretty far into the game, and it would be unwise to change the whole skeleton. At the end of the day, we want to finish the game in a very short period, so it's important to keep the scope the same. I added almost half of the prefabs that are currently in the game. I'm still working on that. I added animator components to all the prefabs so far. Gosh, is this a wise choice? Probably not. But yeah, that's all I did on Friday. So yeah, this is I'm not sure if this is a wise choice. I mean, if it's not, I've wasted a week, but still, it should be helpful. Like, I will only be able to tell the difference on the next devlog for sure, because I should have all the pulling system finished by then. But yeah, that's all I did for this week. Object pulling is a bitch. And if you don't object pull, you're a bitch too. I'm joking, except I'm not. But yeah, that's it for this week. Thank you so much for watching. If you like it, please give it a like. And if you want to follow my work, please consider to subscribe. Thank you so much for 200 subs in just a week. That was crazy. I'm honestly speechless, and it's really heartwarming how many people are interested in this game. If you'd like to get in touch with me, I'm on Discord as well as on Twitter, and I'll try my best to reply to everybody. Thank you again, and thank you for watching. Have a good day. Cheers.